Guys, welcome to Paul's Spare Time. This video is going to be a little different. I'm going to tell you, when I was watching the different websites and the live coin hunts and everything, people looking for the DDOs or the DDRs, and I started looking for them, and usually they would look at the letters trust and look for the doubling, and I just had an awful hard time finding the doubling that way. And I mean, it seems real obvious here on this page. So I found it very frustrating. What I've done is I found a way for me that I'm able to find the air coins, the varieties, the DDOs of several that I find a lot easier. And what I've done is I've gone to VarietyVista.com, and they list all the different varieties. And what I'm looking for at right now is I'm looking at the 74D DDO FS101, the double die. And for me, the easiest way for me to find it is on the 4. If you look at the 4, it's got this little hash mark with my finger in the way, right there. And if that little hash mark is there, it is almost always a DDO. The next thing I look at is I look at the T in Liberty. The T in Liberty has this area here that kind of looks like a shelf coming out from it. That's the second sign it's a DDO. And then I look at the Y on Liberty. And the Y on Liberty, you see right here, it has this doubling on the edge. And if I find those three indicators on a 74D, then I've got a 74D DDO FS101. And you can go to, again, Variety Vista, and you can pull up these pages. And what I'm going to do now is I've got a stack. We just searched 3 boxes. And all of these are 74Ds. And I pull them to the side, and then I put them under the scope, look at them on the monitor, and that's what I'm going to do right now. And if I find one, then I'm going to, I'll pull it up and we'll go through it. Okay guys, what I've got here is I've pulled up PCGS, and I've gone to the Kennedy Half Dollars 74 double die obverse on here. For, you know, why are we looking at these coins? The reason we're looking at them is because, you know, even if you find a silver coin, you find a 40%er, you're finding, you know, $5 or $6 coin maybe. Even a 90%er, you're finding a $10 coin. But on the double die obverses of a 74 in a 40, it's worth 28 bucks. 30 bucks as you get better. So that's why we are looking for these. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to set up and kind of go through some of these and let you watch along with me. All right, here we go. Let's start looking at these. What I do, I look at the 4 first. I don't see that hash mark there. Next coin. I don't see the hash. Next coin. Because I have found if that mark is not there, you do not have a 74D DDO. Not there. Up until recently, we weren't able to get half dollars, so we were having to live vicariously through all of you out there in YouTube land. Oh, look there. All right, we've got one.
Yep.
You guys can see that. Right there is that hash mark that we're looking for. I call it a hash mark. It looks like somebody's clipped it. But that's the first sign. Now we're going to go look at the T.
Yep, I can see the shelf.
And you see right there, it's got that extra shelf right along there. And then I look at the Y, and on the Y, if I get it on screen, you can see it's got doubling right there, doubling right there. So we have a 74 DDO FS 101. Kind of look at the others, you can see some doubling on the R there. You've got some doubling on the L right there. And if we come down here, you can see it on the 1 a little bit. And then a lot of people who start out a coin looking in the In God We Trust, and this is where I struggle. And yes, I mean now I see obvious doubling on the S. I see doubling on the U. I see doubling on the T. I see some doubling on the R, and that indicative line right there that's always there on the DDOs. Doubling on the serifs. So again, much easier way for me to find it. And that coin's not in great shape. We may have a $15, $20 coin there, yeah, which is better than anything we found today hunting, and it just sticks out like a sore thumb. So we'll stop there on the 74. So what I'm going to show you next is the same thing, how to find them on the 73Ds. So now we're looking at PCGS 1973D. And it's got this plus symbol over here. So we'll click on the plus symbol. And that will show you the 73D DDO FS 101. And at a 25 grade, it's worth 12 bucks. 30 worth 15. And so on across. So in even not great shape, these are worth $25, $30. So that's why we look for them, because it's worth more than silver. Now, on 73D DDOs, I don't find as many. Probably why they're worth a little more money at the lower grades. But I do find some. Now, what I'm going to do is show you what I think is the easy way that I look for and find them, and then we'll go through some coins and see if we happen to have one in here. Okay, so once again, this is VarietyVista.com. I went to the 73 DDO. And the FS 101, which is the one we just looked at on PCGS. And then here, this is what I look for. Because again, if I look at the In God We Trust part, I struggle finding doubling there. But on this one, I found real simple. On the side of the L, there's doubling. Got that little shelf there again. On the side of the I, you have doubling. And on the side of the B, you have doubling. Now, plain and simple, if your coin has that, you've got a 73 DDO. You can also look on the T, also has it of Liberty. But I really look at those first three areas, the L, the I, and the B, because when I get down here and I start looking at that T and that R and the U, yeah, I see it here when it's right in front of me. But when I'm going through coins, I have a very hard time telling if they are or they aren't. So let's start going through some 73Ds and see what we can find. Okay, so we've got our first 1973D up here. And you can look on the side of the L, the indicator's not there. On the side of the I, which you can't see, side of the I, it is not there. So first coin, not a DDO. Instant. Look at the second one. Look at the L. It's not there. Not a DDO. The third one. The L. Not there. Look at the L. Not there. And I can tell you, this is a lot quicker than what I was doing when I first started searching for these DDOs. And I never knew if I really had one. I wasn't sure of myself. The consternation took me forever to know if it was or it wasn't. And then I still didn't know a lot of times if it was or it wasn't. Looking for them this way, and hopefully we find one in here. I know it takes a couple seconds a coin. It doesn't take me that long to run through them. I've probably got 50 or 75 here. And if I find one, then it's like finding several silver coins.
Yeah.
And you can look on eBay. People are selling these. We've not sold any of our coins on eBay. Okay, look here. On the L, we've got the indicator.
Also some damage on the L.
Yeah, this doesn't mean anything. That's just been damaged. Let's look at the I. Oh yeah. On the I, we have the indicator. It's got the shelf. I don't know if I can bring you a little closer. You can see that better. There you go. Let's go to the B. And on the B, we've got the doubling. Now let's go over and look at the other letters. Look at the T. Definitely got a shelf on the T.
Do you want my...
So this is a DDO. Now if we come down here and we look at the trust, for me it's just hard to tell. You know, is that damage? Is that doubling? I don't know. There's a line on that. It looks like now there's the S. The T might have doubling. It's there, but so many of them with damage look that way anyway. But again, that key indicator right there on that L shows you that this is a DDO. Now if we go back to Variety Vista, we go back to the L, you see that shelf, see that doubling right there? You look at the I, it's right there. And then we go back to the coin that we're looking at. And you look at the L, and you can see it right there, very easy. The I, same way, it's right there. So I hope what this is showing you is an easier way to find DDOs. And just as a reminder, if we go back to PCGS and look at the values of the 73 DDO, and that coin's not in great shape. But if it's a 25, it's worth 12 bucks. So it's like finding a 90. So there you go. Well, just that one, but just in the time we've shown you, and I had not searched those. That was real time, me finding them. We found a 73 D DDO. We found a 74 D DDO. We found 40 bucks worth of coins just going through our air coins real quickly. And I hope this is something that helps you, that makes it easier for you to find these coins. And to find that shelf on the L, to find that notch on the 4 to get your starting points. And I hope you find a bunch. You'll see me again when Paul gets some more
Spare time.